All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to this episode of the Limited Truth. The small hiatus has officially ended. You know, we just everybody just had a great Fourth of July holiday. Very great time. And hey, honest gamer, thank you for joining us, man. But yeah, hey, as I always say, the unlimited truth comes when the truth is needed. And I figured that tonight is a night where yeah, we're gonna get the truth out there. But before we do any of that, I do want to introduce the panel for this tonight's show. And first and foremost, I'm glad that this man gets to join us tonight. It's not often that our paths cross like this. So Sega man, introduce yourself.
What's up, everybody? Really glad to be on the Unlimited Truth with my brother, Unlimited Productions, man. It's Sega, man, and brothers, you can always find me, on my channel at Sega Man One on One, and with the Alpha and Exile brothers on the Alpha and Exile podcast, man. It's going to be a great show tonight. Finally, get to do a really good show with my brother Unlimited, man, and it's gonna be good, man. And thanks for letting me join there, Unlimited. I appreciate it, my brother.
Oh man, hey, you know, for you, man, it's like the open door policy. You could come on whenever you're available. Hey, but next up, man, he's the host of the Lions Den podcast. My brother from Oklahoma, out there with his gristle burgers, oxtail. he was he was having a barbecue, so he might be a little loud tonight. Chuck Master, introduce yourself.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh, come on, Tuck. Did you take your chitlin regiments, nigga? Come on, man.
This nigga done 1,000 podcasts and still ain't learned the rules here. Ain't learned to turn down his mic. Ain't learned to not bust gristle burgers. Ain't learned to when the show starts. Fuck it, man. Whatever.
Well, hey man, he'll come in whenever he comes, man. That's the Tuck Master way. But next up, man, my big brother in the game. You know, I got nothing but mad respect for this next man here, E-Rock X, the host of the Exiled podcast. Introduce yourself.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's E-Rock X, Don King of Xbox, all that stuff. Always great to hang out with my brothers. And whenever the unlimited truth signal goes out, we must answer like Trojans, like Vikings, and come out here and get that truth out here, man. And brother Sega Man is here tonight. No, it should be a fun time.
Yeah, exactly, and that's the best part of it, man. Is always having fun with you guys. But to start off, so I've always said, guys, I've never shied away when I was wrong, and it looks like that God of War is indeed coming out this year on November 9th to be exact.
Oh,
To be
okay.
exact, yeah. And then Nintendo's got Pokemon, a new Pokemon. I didn't even know there's a fucking new Pokemon until earlier today. To be honest with you,
Why?
coming
Why
out
would
November.
you? Why would you? You're a grown ass man.
Yeah, exactly. So the Pokemon game coming out a week later on November 18th, and once again, people are acting like Xbox has nothing to play this holiday, and it's kind of funny how we go through this cycle pretty often. It feels like, right? And
Yeah.
and, and I'm telling you guys right now, when God of War comes out this November, I am not talking about that shit all fucking day. So that's why I'm getting it out now, getting out my system, because in November I am not wasting my time talking about that bullshit game. But the point is, Nintendo's got a quote unquote big game. I can't really call a Nintendo game big, to be honest with you. When that shit is stuck in 2005. Sony actually has a game this holiday, which is something they almost never do. And I keep hearing that although that Xbox has a packed November, they got nothing this holiday. So I'm gonna start with you, Sega man. Is shit. Sorry guys, got a bit distracted there. But I'm gonna start with you, Sega man. Did Xbox just waste a holiday by giving us absolutely nothing to play and just forfeited it to Sony this year? What are your thoughts on Xbox not having a quote unquote big game, or do have games? Let me know what you think.
Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. I have a phone call.
Okay, I'm back, fellas. I'm sorry.
Yeah, hey, well, hey, Iraq, I'm gonna start with you since you were here to hear the question. What do you think about this Xbox holiday season?
Yeah, man. These guys gotta learn the rules of podcasts, so pink slips must be handed out ASAP. Listen, all you got to do is just, as Unlimited Production always says, every podcast, every week, every month, a quick Google search will spare you from embarrassment. I do it all the time. When I do my movie reviews, sometimes I don't even write a synopsis. I just take this shit right from Wikipedia, so I don't write the wrong shit. Right? A Google search will spare you this embarrassment. Right? And we go through this shit all the time, year after year, age after age. You know, I'll be. It's getting to the point where I'm almost aging out of this motherfucking YouTube and this fucking console war shit. And I'll be glad of it because this shit it's just so fucking ridiculous. The hyperbole, the bullshit, the made up nonsense. Unlimited Production tipped our hat in one of the Exile podcasts that this October and November is stacked as far as games. But particularly for the Xbox, you got God damn it, High on Life is coming out in October, right? It's a game that everybody is sleeping on. It's only coming to Xbox. It's an Xbox exclusive and Xbox Game Pass. It's called High on Life. It looks like a hybrid, a cross between Sunset Overdrive and Guardians of the Galaxy, about this girl who goes into outer space and is fighting these aliens with all this alien tech, and nobody's fucking talking about it. That's your big game for holiday 2022, and that's why Phil Spencer didn't sweat it when shit got delayed next year. Also in October, Scorn, Sega Man's game he's been looking forward to. Scorn, an Xbox exclusive coming to Game Pass. Scorn, which looks like the artwork of H.R.R. Geiger, the guy that did the all the conceptual shit for Aliens. There would be no Aliens if it wasn't for H. whatever the fucking name was, Geiger's artwork, right?
Yeah.
That's coming, right? And let's not forget a Plague's Tale Requiem coming in October as well, which because it's in Game Pass, Unlimited Production and we call them de facto exclusives. So I'll be busy with them 3 games well into late November, early December, and not to mention all the other stuff that I missed. There's a lot of stuff coming into Game Pass this fall. Our dossier is full, like you know. But these guys, you know, something's wrong with your life when you can't even be happy for a release date for this game you're waiting on. You got to immediately defer to Xbox. But that's who these guys are, man. They're unhappy over there. Look, man, I don't know what it was. It must not just have been the ass kicking the Xbox 360 gave y'all during the 7th generation. They must have came to your house and kicked y'all puppy. You know what I mean? Went in your refrigerator, fried up some pork chop, and replaced them. This shit is. I don't like you know. Unlimited mentions God of War. Like I could care less. I swear to God. Like guys, listen. Let me break this down to you. If I wanted a PlayStation 5, I could get one. If I wanted God of War, I could get one. It's not a big fucking deal to save up $500 and buy a console, right? Hell, TVs now are cheaper than these fucking consoles. Televisions are cheaper than these fucking consoles. It's not a big deal. I don't care about God of War. I don't care about Horizon Forbidden West. I don't care about Why would I care about Gran Turismo when we have the Ultimate Racing game? Why would I care about Horizon Forbidden West when fucking Assassin's Creed Origins is better than any of that shit? Not even Odyssey and Valhalla Origins. Why would I care about God of War when we have Hellblade 2 coming? So like our Xbox Game Pass is ridiculous, man. It's just so much stuff coming. This October is stacked, and not to mention the third party games, which Unlimited Production tipped my hat to that same month. What's that shit from DC? Gotham Knights is releasing, and then November Hogwarts Legacy. Man, my gaming, I'm like fucking my shit. I already got fucking a Plague's Tale Requiem preloaded. I got Scorn preloaded. I'm waiting for High on Life to show up so I can preload that. I'm good. I'm set. I don't know what these guys are talking about, but it's the same usual nonsense and hyperbole that you always hear from these guys. Oh, we show big game this holiday. Well, goddamn well more than you got. Shit. We always got more games than y'all, and that's why y'all hate us. Man, keep on hating. I'm gonna keep
Sorry
on.
about that, guys. I'm back.
Hey, look, man, don't be turning in the tuck here, Sega man. Don't be.
What was the question? What was it about? Well, I'll let y'all go, and then Unlimited can.
No, you gotta wait till everybody else can go now, Tony. You be Sega man, you know better than that. But yeah, man. Our gaming dossier is stacked. I mean, what would y'all rather have? 3 games or 1? That's just simple fucking math. Unlimited production. I'm gonna let everybody know I'm 53 years old, man. I'm not gonna be doing this much longer. I'm not. This shit is stupid to me. This shit is now stupid to me. I'd rather just enjoy gaming, like not to drag this on any longer. But I'm only just now discovering the fucking Capcom games and the SNK games. Only now am I discovering these shit and discovering that them games was actually art. Them motherfuckers was art, all of them. So like I'm enjoying gaming too much to sit back and be like, look, listen, Sony fans, to y'all is talking shit. What games you got this holiday, Xbox? Well, last year when y'all motherfuckers didn't have shit last holiday, did y'all be like, honey, take back the turkey, take down the decorations. There's no game to play this holiday. There's no reason to live. You motherfuckers is ridiculous. We got plenty of games, man. High on Life, Scorn, A Plague's Tale, fucking Requiem, and Lord knows what else is coming to Xbox. Look, man, I'm good. I can't even finish the shit I got Unlimited. I can't even finish. I still gotta finish the game where you shoot the Nazis. I haven't finished that yet. So, man, look, man, I'm excited about this fall. I can't wait, man. Bring on High on Life. Bring on fucking Plague's Tale Requiem. Bring on Scorn. Hey, man, it is what it is. Xbox is the best box. We eating good over here, like Sega Man always says. And man, I'm feeling great, man. So y'all stay on Twitter with that dumb shit, man, and just tell me how things worked out for y'all.
Yeah, that was wonderfully put, E-Rock. Go ahead.
Unlimited. Let me go so I could get back to work.
Yeah. I was gonna let you go regardless.
Let me jump in here real quick. E-Rock, you have to stay with it for a little while longer.
Who you talking to? Me?
I'm talking to
Zink.
Zink. Okay.
Hey, E-Rock, I want you to stay in the game. And can y'all hear me?
No, we can't over here. It's tough. Get in his mouth.
Hey, man, listen. You gotta let other Zink talk, man. Take off that goddamn Janis Joplin hat, nigga, and let him talk.
I don't even got the hat on, no, you doggone dog.
Hey, Sega man, will you please stop, dude? You catch me off guard with that shit.
Leave me my hat alone, damn it.
Oh my God.
Hey man, first of all, Unlimited, I'm so glad you're having a show today. This is gonna make work go so much faster. Just don't tell Jason Schreier and that soft ass Zalker 87 that I'm over here making my guys crunch getting this damn building done tonight. Okay, they soft ass. E-Rock, you got to stay with it a little bit longer until Unlimited is so powerful he could carry the world on his own. Look, everybody is talking about we don't have anything to play. It's the most ridiculous shit I've ever heard in my life. Look here. E-Rock just named some games. Hot Wheels is coming out July 19th or July 17th. Mm-hmm. Sea of Thieves Season 7 is coming out July 19th. Both of those games have more current players than God of War will ever have. Then people try and say Fallout 76 ain't shit, but they want to give credit to No Man's Sky of how it got better. Fallout 76 got better, way better, and this damn near 20 million people playing that. That DLC is coming. Flight Simulator is killing it with their DLC. Then you have Halo Season 3 coming. Then, all of this shit is coming against God of War's DLC. And people want to say Horizon Forbidden West was here. Gran Turismo 7 was here. And they bitch about Halo. And the play 7 months later, Horizon Forbidden West can't last 7 weeks. along with Gran Turismo 7. Shit can't last 7 weeks. They want to bitch about the content of Halo. What about the content of Horizon Forbidden West and Gran Turismo 7? These motherfuckers at Gran Turismo don't even have cars that's older, that's newer than 2018. And they talking about Halo's content? Get the hell out of here, dude. Man, you know,
Zink, we have a new IP coming in October.
Dude, you named all of that. I didn't even have to go there. But people want to swear up and down we ain't got shit to play. But they want to champion. And then, you know, I know you guys don't like Zalker, but I like Zalker. But Zalker pissed me off this time when this joker is over here talking about Halo don't even have ray tracing. What the fuck game have ray tracing right now? The only one that really actually have ray tracing is Gears, and it's in Kate's armor. You know, Spider-Man, that bullshit ain't no damn ray tracing. And as big as Halo is, dude, it's not ready for that shit yet. But the shit look great and play great. Nobody can say Halo don't play great. It's all about the gameplay. But they can't say anything about that. But as far as these jokers talking about, just ask them to do this. Say those PlayStation games out loud, and they'll see how stupid they sound. You over here pubbing up a game that was remade twice and about to be remade again. You over here telling me this shit is great when Fallout 76 is giving you a new component, Flight Simulator giving you a new component, Skyrim is giving you a new component, Forza Horizon 5 is giving you a new component, Halo is giving you a new component, Sea of Thieves is giving you a new component, along with Scorn, High on Life, A Plague's Tale, and other shit that's coming this year.
We have 2 new IPs coming in October.
On, man.
That's just how, and that's it. You just not to cut you off, but that's it. We have 2 new IPs. I'm glad you get to play God of War again, but we got 2 new IPs coming in. Isn't this what we asked for, new IPs?
Right, dude. And then people wonder why they say, oh, and one joker said PlayStation is killing it. Killing what? We don't even talk about NPD sales or console sales, but Microsoft's still kicking their ass. And I explained to Dirt one time, I said the reason the Xbox is selling well is because the games that Xbox had in December, November, October, September, those games have replay value. So it's word of mouth that's getting people to continue to buy the console.
Other thing, did this shit this past February not get slaughtered by Jap crap?
Smoke.
They didn't even see the Jap crap coming. They didn't see it. I was bewildered by this shit. Like, yo, this fucking Elden Ring looked like some shit from 2006, and it slaughtered y'all Gran Turismo and your Horizon Forbidden West. See, at this point, if y'all should be keeping your mouth shut, but y'all can't. It's like a sickness with y'all. Y'all like them motherfuckers hoarders. You know, hoarding is a mental illness. Well, being a PlayStation fan is a mental illness. It has to be.
See, E-Rock, I'm going to say this and I'm going to get out of here, get back to making these motherfuckers work hard over here. They're going to crunch over here. I don't care what Jason Schreier say. But this is the reason why I like hanging with you motherfuckers, 100's crew, because we're going to shoot it straight. Man, that damn game Elden Ring looked like an Atari 2600 game. And you got your ass kicked by that shit. Smoked. Got kicked by that shit. Hey, man, Unlimited, thank you for having the show. I'm going to enjoy this show and making these guys crunch. Man, I'm going to knock somebody the fuck out if they don't work hard. They staying at this motherfucker until this shit whole job done. Hey, man, peace, fellas. See y'all next time.
Peace,
Zink. Hey, thank you for joining, Zink.
I can see the news now, man. A dude in Chicago at a building complex lost his mind over games and hit his workers. He fired that nigga. But
hey, Spike. I saw your comment, but I knew Zink was working, so I didn't want him keep him here longer than he had to. And hey man, what's up? Xbox All In, also known as Sega Forever, said Xbox On dropped a video showing 50 plus games for the rest of 2022. Yeah, exactly, Sega Forever. Exactly, and that's the point that E-Rock was making, man. There's so much stuff on Xbox, it's hard to complain, but we got to keep things going. And I'm gonna move on to my brother Tuck. Hey, Tuck, you there?
Yeah, I'm here, y'all.
All right, hey Tuck. So So November 9th, God of War comes out. I admit I was wrong because a month ago I said, I was reporting that it was delayed. Looks like Sony, so you know how Sony is. These guys take advantage more than a fucking woman does on your ass, man. Cause shit, they know how to squeeze them in on you. But yeah, so God of War comes out November 9th. Pokemon for Nintendo comes on November 18th, which I didn't even know that was coming out till today. And apparently Xbox has nothing. Now Erock just spent the whole time naming all these games. So what they mean by Xbox has nothing is specifically first party, because you know how it is. But when it comes to Xbox, you gotta specify what you mean by Xbox has no games now, because they got so many games. So Tuck, I want to get your thoughts, man. Do you think that Xbox is going to have a terrible holiday season, or do you think like E-Rock, man, we just got too much to play and can't keep up?
Man, as far as them having a terrible holiday season, hell no. You got too many damn good ass games come out. I'm not even gonna name all of them because E-Rock has already named them all. But the damn thing about it, let's put it this, fellas, and let's just tell the truth about the whole damn matter. What the hell do they got to play? What the hell do some of the ponies got to play besides what those three games that's all they talk about? You don't hear them talk about any other game besides them three. Besides you don't hear, huh?
God of War is supposed to be this life-changing event, and I care about as much about that as I care about Thor: Love and Thunder. That shit will be gone, and I'll be forgot about it next week as we move on to the next thing.
Yep.
But I'm just saying that's all they talk about. You don't hear them talk about Batman. You don't hear them talk about Call of Duty. All you've been hearing them talk about is goddamn God of War. Okay? Damn it, please. I mean, y'all saying that Xbox don't have no games? What the hell do y'all have? And all y'all do is just care about is just y'all damn exclusive games.
Hey, Chuck.
That's all they care about.
Hey, Chuck, let me add to that real quick. They're going to be spending $70 on The Last of Us for the third time this year, Chuck.
Oh, you know what? I forgot about that, boy.
That's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous, though, man. I mean, this is what I want to know is this. Why ain't those games that they got, those games that they still got people buying for, forbidden whatever the damn name, that damn game.
Horizon Forbidden West or something like that.
Huh?
Is it Horizon Forbidden West or whatever? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, Forbidden West. Why do they still got them paying for that crap?
Because they're fucking idiots. Hey, listen, everybody. Guess what? I got. And Sega, man, don't feel no kind of way about this, man. Usually what happens is when shit comes on sale, I get it. I got Scorn preloaded. I didn't pay shit for it. I got I got what's that? A Plague's Tale Requiem preloader. I ain't pay shit for it.
Yeah.
High on Life, another new intellectual property. I'm a preload that. I ain't pay shit for it. Like if y'all want to say who's winning, who's winning, y'all or me? Yo, Xbox, Game Pass is I'm gonna keep taking advantage of that shit. Y'all go right ahead. I hope y'all enjoy God of War for $70. That shit better give y'all a hand job to cook y'all breakfast. But we got 2 new IPs over here, and I'm sure I'm forgetting out of 50 other games. I'm sure I'm forgetting something. See, y'all gotta be specific with these niggas. Y'all gotta get to it. I know Unlimited Production hate me taking over his show, but look, man, I get tired of I was having a good day, and Unlimited Production said, yo, man, we having an Unlimited Truth. I said, somebody said some dumb shit on Twitter. This is why I stay off of this fucking Twitter. I think being a PlayStation fan now is a mental illness. It has to be classified as a mental illness.
It's more than mental illness, man. It's a sickness.
Yeah, it's a sickness. These niggas got to go to their job to see if they can get some kind of fucking medical benefits for that shit. It's a sickness involved with that Japanese box. I don't give nothing about no fucking God of War. I didn't care about the last God of War. I didn't care about the God of War before that. What? Like, yo, this shit is mad. Oh yeah, I forgot about my bad, Spike LT. As Dusk Falls, I got that preloaded. I ain't paid shit for it. It literally comes out in a few fucking days. A simple Google search. Hey, He-Bot, listen. Not all of us got your money, motherfucker. If you want to share some of it, I'll give you my I'll give you my cash app, nigga, and you can send me some of your money. Buying OLEDs and shit. I don't have that money, man. If it gets down to a game or some grits, I'm getting the grits. Shit.
Well, you just think about it. Look, that's what's going on now. I mean, Xbox really got it going on because I'm telling you right now, man. Hey, we hadn't even forgotten all about soccer. I mean, we don't know if that game gonna come out or what. It might be a surprise.
Well, that's next year.
Because it's still on the store, stated for this year.
Are we talking about the?
And do that game is coming out next year or what?
Probably next year, Tuck. Because if it was coming out this year, Xbox, they don't play games like that. If it was coming out this year, they would tell you.
Hey, are we talking about the doom and gloom they're trying to stir up because God of War is coming out and versus Xbox? Is that what they're doing?
Yeah.
That's what
Why would they be trying to stir up something when we got over 50 games coming for the rest of 2022?
That's
and two new intellectual properties, which is why we bought these fucking boxes.
Actually, 3, because there's this game from Obsidian called Pentiment coming out in November.
That's right.
I mean, that's just it, E-Rock. That's the whole thing that they get lost in translation, because the whole narrative they're trying to push is, as we know, is because it's an exclusive first-party game, right? But if we rewind back to last year, right, you got to look at it with the same, from the other side of the glass, right, of the looking glass. Because last year, it was the same situation. Microsoft had 4 exclusives for the holiday when Sony only had third parties, and it was just, I think, 2 that was holding them off for the holiday season.
They didn't have shit last year, He-Bot. Let's not.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about when they got Kena and they got Deathloop.
They
you know
did
what I
not
mean?
play. They did not play Kena.
It was third party games, right?
Yeah.
But nobody made a riff about it. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Other than us pointing it out.
Oh no.
This
They're
year
about Xbox. That's why.
Right. This year, it's just the tides are turning in the sense that we don't have a first party game coming out this year from Xbox.
Well, stop. I gotta stop you there. What is High on Life?
Well, High on Life, I don't know if it's party.
That's exclusive, bro.
It's exclusive. No,
I did the work for you.
I know, but you're not listening to what I'm saying. All the exclusives that we're getting this year are third party, like they did last year on PlayStation, like they had. You understand what I'm saying? High on Life, Scorn, the Dust, like the one you just said that you downloaded. All those games, they're exclusive, but they're third party, and that's the stupid argument they're trying to push.
So that's what we doing. We saying that because the girl that gave you pussy only got 1 foot, you didn't get no pussy. That's what they trying to say. Like this shit.
That's my point that I'm trying to point out with what you're saying, bro. That's where they get lost in translation.
I can't do this no more.
You know what I'm saying, Ira? That's where they get lost in translation, because they think that only if it's a first party exclusive is when it counts. You understand what I'm trying to say? And that's their petty narrative. And that's why I said they get lost in translation, because
how do you still deal with these motherfuckers?
I just see it a lot because it's stupid. Yeah. It's just dumb. You can't even argue with stupid no more, because it's like, listen, it's like you pointed out. You're paying $75 for God of War. Meanwhile, we're getting over 50 games. Doesn't matter if they're multiplayer or not, and exclusives before the end of the year that we're not paying a dime, unless because it's on Game Pass. You get what I'm saying? And if we do buy them, it's because it's our own personal preference, but our own flexibility, and we buy them when we're able to buy them. We're not forced to buy them, right? And that's the beauty of it. And that's what I said, that it's a stupid, you can't even argue with stupid, because it's not an argument. There's no argument. They're just common sense. But you know, a lot of the weaker Xbox guys, you know, they fall for the stupid shit because they see everybody at IGN, the same stupid people. Oh my God, they have an exclusive and this Saturday, and Microsoft does it. Well, yes, we still got Scorn, which is exclusive. We still have High on Life, which is exclusive, and a couple of other ones, but they're third party, but they're still exclusives. You're not going to be able to play them on another platform. You're not going to be able to play them on another console, right? So it's exclusive, but that's the problem. That's where they get lost in translation with this stupid argument. This argument is already
who makes High on Life? Is High on Life made by Obsidian or is it made by?
No, it's made by the guys that did Rick and Morty.
The cartoon, yeah.
But they just started. They're a new developer.
But who's the studio?
I
forgot their name. They're new. They did that other game that came out, right?
Because if the studio is owned by Bethesda or Activision, then it's first party.
No. The name of the studio.
They're not. I could tell you they're not owned by They're not owned by any.
They're not owned by anybody. E-Rock. I think they're called Squash Games.
Yeah,
E-Rock.
exactly. Squash Games.
I think that's what they're called, but
yeah,
they're not owned by anyone in particular.
E-Rock. But that's irrelevant. That's
irrelevant. It's irrelevant.
That's semantic. That's semantic, T-Bot. Where all they're trying to do is see. They so badly want that Xbox has no games narrative to be true that they disqualify Xbox games. Now Scorn don't count.
Right.
Now High on Life don't count. Now it's Dusk Falls don't count. Now Pentiment.
Yeah.
Pentiment is literally a first party game, but it won't count because it's not a Valve level AAA game.
Right.
Then they're not going to count.
That's
Warhammer.
Another stupid narrative they try to push. That's right.
Yeah. Then they're not going to count Warhammer and all that stuff. You know, there's a ton of stuff coming to Xbox.
Yeah, it's another one we're getting. Warhammer. What is it? Riptide, right?
Yeah.
It's called Riptide, right? That's another one, right? I mean, we got over 50 games that we're not going to have to pay out of pocket while they got the one game they're going to hype up to death. And not even because even the multiplats, they got to pay for them $60 each one, $70 while we have them on Game Pass. They got to play for PlayStation.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They have to play for stuff like, what's the other one that you just said that's coming out? That's multi-plat. The point is they have to pay for it. We don't. It's on Game Pass. So it's still an advantage and an advantage point that no Xbox gamer should go without noticing and should not feel privileged to have. You understand what I'm saying?
True. Very true.
You know?
And before I move on to Sega, man, Lollipop Chainsaw remake. I'm looking forward to it. I haven't seen anything official yet.
I am, but there's a couple of things that are getting me mad about it, though.
Oh, like what?
For example, you know how it has a lot of 80s music because of the licensing shit? They're going to take off the music. They're not going to have the same music.
Oh, shit.
And they're trying to change the art style that it had, which was part of the appeal, and trying to make it more realistic. Like more.
They don't want her to have big taste. They want her to have a flat chest and be blue hair, like fucking.
Yeah, no. They're trying to take like that cel shaded kind of look. They want to make it more photorealistic, which I think is a mistake because that's part of the appeal of the game. But hey, listen, it is what it is.
Hey,
I still own the original. I can still play it on the Xbox 360, and so it is what it is.
Hey, but fellas, this is what really tripped me out about this. Getting back to what we were saying about this God of War bullshit that's about to come out. Mm-hmm. It's coming out on the 9th. Okay. Look what it got to compete with. Call of Duty. And it's got to compete with Call of Duty. And what do most of the people play on PlayStation? Call of Duty.
Yep. Yeah.
So what make you think that
it'd be funny that shit. Call of Duty sells more than God of War, probably.
Right. So when it comes down to that,
come on now,
So when it comes down to that, so let's say, so when it comes down to that,
hold that thought, Unlimited. Hold that thought.
Who's gonna win out? God of War. I mean, God of War is not gonna win out on nothing.
No,
They
hell
might they might have their little people and everything, but man, when God of War come out, Batman come out, and then you ain't talking about we ain't even talking about August, September. They got a lot of good ass games coming out in them months too. You got Madden, you got basketball. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know those are those broken drumstick, but people play them games. People play them damn games, and they're not gonna be in. I mean, some's gonna play the God of War. Let's put it like that.
Right.
The regular Ma and Pa, shit, they gonna say they want Call of Duty, and they're gonna say, well, you only got enough for one damn game. What they gonna get? They gonna get Call of Duty.
Right.
And that's
more than likely they'll play. You'll see more numbers for Call of Duty. That's probably
more than Hebot. Stop it, man. I love you, my brother, but don't be nice today. No more than like
no more Mr. Nice Guy, damn it.
1,000,000%. Oh man, the Hebot dropped. But I'll add 1,000,000%. Call of Duty is the best selling game every fucking year. There isn't a situation on this planet where God of War is outselling it on PlayStation alone. Are you kidding me? And let me move on to Sega Man. Hey, Sega Man. So as our first topic, man. So what do you think about this holiday season for Xbox compared to the competition?
Well, it's good that they have one game coming, right? Which is the God of War. You know,
that's all they talk about.
It is, man. That's all they talk about, man. And it's not gonna even put a dent in what we have coming. They could talk all day about it being a AAA exclusive, but the difference between those guys and the Xbox side, the guys over here, is we fucking buy games. They're not gonna buy that game. They're not gonna buy that game, man. They're gonna wait.
Not in the numbers that they try to push. Absolutely not.
Right. They're gonna wait till that shit. Most of the people that are on PlayStation are gonna wait until that shit goes in the bargain bin. It just they just want something to talk about to try to put down Xbox about. They're gonna still play the same old fucking shit. NBA 2K, possibly Madden, and like you guys said, Call of Duty. They're not going to put a dent in what we have. We got a game called Humankind coming. You got Hello Neighbor 2 coming. You got Scorn coming. You got A Plague's Tale Requiem coming. You got Dust Falls coming. You got the tennis game called Match Point coming. There's a lot of
day one too.
That's day one too.
Hey, they got me Unlimited. They got me when you was talking to me.
Oh yeah, they did. Yeah, they did get you, man.
Yeah.
But
they got my ass. No, but you know what? You know what's funny too is, not for nothing, I'm gonna just point it out real quick, and I hope nobody get mad at me. But that shit still look like a DLC.
What, God of War?
Yeah.
Well, God of War's in the same situation as Spider-Man Miles Morales.
That's what it feels like. Yeah.
Yeah, it literally was DLC that they turned into a full game. So, hey, man, they could be mad at you all you want, Hebot, but that's why this is called the Unlimited Truth. And you know what hurts? And if the truth gonna hurt them, then so be it. Because I ain't never gonna lie to your face.
Absolutely. Yeah. We come with the real. You know that.
Yeah, but continue, Sega man.
Well, we just have a lot coming. We have a lot coming in Game Pass, and that's not going to bother me. I know they're going to be saying stuff about that. That doesn't bother me at all, because I know that motherfuckers that talk shit like that are not gamers. They're not true gamers. They're not. They just need something to talk about. They want to keep that narrative. That narrative of Xbox has no games has been dead. It's gone.
Yeah.
It is gone. I don't know why they keep trying to say that, or hoping, wishing and praying, like that song, hoping, wishing and praying that this shit is going to fail. It's not going to fail, man. Game Pass is just, it's beating the competition. And I know they hate when we say that. It's fucking up Nintendo and it's fucking up Sony. It is. It's fucking them up. And there's nothing that they can do about it. It doesn't matter if God of War comes out. It doesn't matter at all. It really doesn't. It's not going to bother us, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and counting games coming day one in Game Pass. So it's not going to bother us at all. Them days are gone. These motherfuckers need to grow up. This is not 2013 anymore, where sometimes it might get to people, oh, yeah, you know, this, that. You know, Xbox needs to do this, do that. Xbox is doing enough. They're doing enough. They're doing more than enough. So there's nothing for us to worry about. You know what I'm saying? Just like Hebot said, it probably is like it's God of War over again. You know how they used to say to us, oh, it's just another Halo. Well, it's just another God of War.
Yep.
That's all it is. It's just another God of War. Since we have it's another Halo. Oh, it's another it's another Gears of War. It's another Forza. It's just another God of War.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? That's what we need to say. Well, it's just another God of War. Oh, well.
Hey, fellas, I want to ask you one question, and I want to see if y'all noticed this. Do y'all notice that nobody's not talking about that damn PlayStation Game Pass no more? They're not even mentioning that shit no more.
No.
They're not even talking about it.
They talked about it for a little bit. It's like it was a
And that's
fad.
it.
It's like
How
it
do
was
they
a fad.
talk about it if there's not nothing? They don't got nothing.
No.
Make yourself
When
tough.
y'all niggas on a cruise ship?
Look, turn your vibrator off, nigga.
Yeah, I had to mute Tuck for a minute there, man. Tuck,
But
Tuck,
yeah, you
Tuck.
know what? Unlimited. It's just the same thing over again. Hebot has said it so many times. You have said it. Me, E-Rock. We keep repeating ourselves over and over and over again. These motherfuckers are nothing but rinse and repeat. It's the same shit over and over again. We're so fucking used to it. It just doesn't affect us anymore. It doesn't affect us, man. We
I do
know
got to take an L though, fucking Sega man,
you got to take an L for what?
because I said it was skip and it didn't skip. It's coming out, so I got to take an L.
Oh, you mean God of War?
Yeah.
We'll see. But you know what? That doesn't. They act like we're supposed to be scared of that because the new God of War is coming out. Get the fuck out of here, bro. I played God of War. I didn't like it. I played it before.
Right.
I played it on a PlayStation 2 and I played it on a PlayStation 3. I didn't like it. I don't like it.
Right.
Oh, the
You know what I
2018 version is even worse, Sega man. That
Oh,
game
yeah.
starts with you chopping wood. That's
What kind of shit is that?
I told you, Unlimited. I told you.
What kind of shit
That
is that? Chopping
that game
wood.
is some bullshit.
So you know what, guys? I'll end on this because I know we got to move on. We have a lot of great games coming out. We got a lot of great games coming out next year. We have a lot of great games coming out. I support I support the fucking developers. Every fighting game and shooter game that has come out recently, I fucking bought them all. I bought them all, man. I bought Scorn. I didn't fucking download. I fucking bought it.
Our biggest problem is we got too many games. Look, fucking E-Rock was playing that fucking game I wanted to play. I didn't even know it was out. He was playing fucking Fire Girl. That shit looked fire.
Yeah, that shit is nice.
That was cool.
That shit looked dope. That little game with the firefighter little girl. That shit is dope.
Yeah.
I didn't even know it was out. I saw E-Rock play. I was like, oh, that shit is out. What the fuck?
I seen him playing the Capcom collection.
Yeah, the Capcom collection.
You know what I mean? So
even though he reneged because he said he wasn't gonna buy it, but he felt he reneged. He did it, but he bought it.
Well, you know what, man? I'm putting it like this. Like, he about put me down with, and we'll move on. He about put me down with this website where you can play all the ROMs and shit. But like what Capcom did, it's all right there. I ain't gotta look for this shit. And the Capcom and SNK games, I just discovered them after years of ignoring them. Them motherfucking games are art. So we need to save them. We need to preserve them.
Oh yeah.
And Unlimited is going to get on to why we should preserve these games in about a minute. But yeah, man, we need to preserve these fucking games because they're not making any more of them hand drawn fucking games.
No. Well, I mean, the only thing that is not supporting Xbox. Those fuckers.
Yeah.
It feels weird, Unlimited and brothers. It really feels the Series X because I know we're going. It feels weird because you're seeing all these like retro type shooters and like these games. They're just popping on there. You don't even know they're on there unless Hebot says, "Hey, Sega man, did you see that new shooter that's on there? 14, I think it's 14.98." I have that on the original PlayStation. I have the disc version of that, and I didn't know that until he said something. Because sometimes I don't check the store all the time because the way I work or I might be doing something, but it feels like a fucking it's like you know how you go on a PC and you can just play any shooter game or any old school game, and you know what I mean? It just feels like that. It feels like the Series X, in a way, it is a PC. It is a kind of like a gaming PC, but in a console, and in a console shell. It just feels weird because they're just popping out all these games out of nowhere. You don't even hear about them unless you go in the store. You're like, oh shit, I didn't know that was on Xbox, man. That's the shit. You know what I mean? It's a weird feeling right now, guys, to be honest with you, with Xbox. I know they're winning, but it's a weird feeling because all these games are just coming out of nowhere, like the Kangaroo game that was on the Dreamcast.
Well, they got Klonoa. Klonoa coming out.
That's right.
Oh,
And it's gonna be physical. Klonoa 1 and 2. You can pick it up.
Nice. And hey, and with that, as we're talking about retro games, I'm going to piggyback to the next topic here, and shout out to Hebot because he had an excellent video that came out like an hour before the show started. So I don't know if anybody but me was able.
No, I didn't see it. I got to see it.
Thank you.
When the show's over, it's a great video. But yesterday I got an email from Xbox stating that in October they'll no longer have free Xbox 360 games.
Right.
With your games with gold, right? And and as someone who loves the backwards compatibility program, who wants gaming to be preserved the same way that movies have preserved old movies in the movie industry, I really hated seeing that email, man. And and it sucks that for whatever reason they've reached their limit with their 360 catalog. Both it seems like in both the case of giving us new backwards compatible games, which that might change soon, since they'll own some Activision IP hopefully, and with the games with gold giving us free games. Now I know people bitch about games with gold all the time, but I downloaded them a lot because they're still free games. And for those of you who don't know, with the original Xbox and 360 games, they are yours to keep whether or not you have a gold subscription. Yep. Right. So that's another reason why I always download them. I at least download those because those are free to you basically whether or not you have a live account or not. So if something happens and you can't pay for Game Pass, you still be able to play them games. Yeah. So little stuff like that. So it was disappointing to see that in October that's ending. And not only that, I didn't, when I was reading about it, and I couldn't find any other info on if they'll be replacing those games instead of giving you like four Xbox One games or whatever the case is. So I don't know how that's going to work after October in general. But it's just disappointing just to hear that, in my opinion. And I do want to get your guys' thoughts on this. And with what I'm trying to say here. Oh yeah. And it pushes and that's even more in how important it is for game preservation, which I think E-Rock has more over the months I've noticed is more and more coming to our side on this, Keybot, where I think he's starting to see the importance that we've always had. So I'm gonna start with you, E-Rock. Games starting in October, that's the last month we'll get all 360 games free. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think it's a negative like I do? Do you not care? Or how do you feel about that?
Well, I'm a little bit more older than y'all, so I understand that. I understand that all things come to an end. It's an inevitability in life that can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
It's an inevitability in life that all things come to an end. Me personally, I don't look at it as a negative because every month that those games with gold come. Didn't matter what the fuck it was. I downloaded it. If it was some shit like Tropico, I don't even play that shit. I downloaded it. I might play it one day, or whoever I leave my Microsoft account to in the future when I'm gone. Probably with my nephew, they could play that shit. You know what I mean? Every month I download my games with gold. Every month, I always check my account after all the bills is paid, and I know how much I'm gonna spend for food shopping, and I go into the Xbox store and see what's on sale. Right now, something called Condemned Criminal Origins is on sale for $4. I'm gonna go back and get that. Right? I always go in. What did I cop today? And I'm gonna get to it. I copped Gunstar Heroes,
Oh
and
yeah,
and another joint called Guardian Heroes. It's important to get every time I see an Xbox 360 game on sale or OG Xbox game on sale, I try to get it if I can, because you don't know when these games are going to disappear. You don't know when, because my shit's digital and they're just going to vanish and I can't use them anymore. Um, it's unfortunate that it's coming to an end because there are a lot of games that we never got. We never got Mortal Kombat Arcade Collection. I don't know whether it's a disagreement between Midway and Warner Brothers. I don't know who the fuck owns Mortal Kombat. I think it's Warner Brothers, or
Yeah.
maybe Midway got a stake in it. But where the fuck is Mortal Kombat Arcade Collection? I've been waiting for that since before the goddamn Xbox One drop, right? We now know that we're never going to get God damn it, Project Gotham Racer 4 because of the goddamn music licensing. Every goddamn track almost was licensed by fucking REM or Wolf Mother or fucking Queens of the Stone Age. So they can't take out all of them tracks. The game won't be authentic to what it was anymore. So the only way you can play these great Xbox 360 games is if you have an Xbox 360, which I don't have no more. Only the last about 5 or 6 years I began to realize the importance of game preservation. But I always understood it because I never got rid of my PlayStation copy of Soul Blade. I kept that shit. I said, I'm never getting rid of this. I'm keeping this. I kept all my old Xbox 360 discs. Never knew I was going to be able to play them again. This shit is so important. Even though it's a goddamn ripoff, the Capcom fighting collection is so important because this shit is art. Sega Man tipped me last week to all those Neo Geo games and SNK games, they're on the Xbox store. So I've been trying to cop all of them, and a lot of them were on the Xbox 360. We cannot let this shit disappear because once they disappear, you're going to have to go to the internet and get on those emulators. And what Heba showed me is fantastic. It works. But you got to look through a long ass menu. The shit works. You got to look through a long ass menu. At the time, I had a small ass TV. I had to squint my eyes to look for shit.
The problem is you don't ever own them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't never own them. If you change the settings in the controllers, the fucking browser freezes. I like to have all my shit at my fingertips, right? So, the Xbox 360 games every month. They came in game, it's part of games ago. I downloaded them. It didn't matter if it was some shit I didn't play. It didn't matter if it was fucking some shit from Disney or fucking Lilo and Stitch. I didn't care. I downloaded it. When the Sega Mickey Mouse game for Xbox 360, Mickey's Castle, I jumped on it. Yes. You got to get these games before they disappear because when they're gone, they're gone. And I still lament never being able to play Project Gotham Racing 4, one of the greatest racing games ever, one of the greatest games Xbox ever made. You can't play no more unless you got a fucking 360. Mortal Kombat Arcade Collection, where the fuck is that? And why the fuck hasn't Midway or Warner Brothers announced it's the 30th? You guys didn't know it's the 30th anniversary of Mortal Kombat. Where the fuck is Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3? Where the fuck are they? So it's important that you try to get all these Xbox 360 games while you can because of the announcement they just made. But guys, I'm not upset because I have an understanding that all things come to an end. It's upsetting. It's upsetting as hell that all things. Stranger Things is going to end. Games of Thrones came to an end. Star Trek should have ended, but sadly, a whole new audience is watching this fucking crap that's not even good anymore. Star Wars should have came to an end. It's okay. It's okay for shit to end. It's okay for there to be no more fucking Fast and the Furiouses. It's okay for there to be no more Star Wars movies. Marvel should have fucking ended. You know what I mean? I don't got nothing against Taika Waititi, but I don't want to see another fucking Marvel comedy for the rest of my life. It's okay for shit to come to an end. It's okay for your girlfriends to break up with you. You move on. Parents have to die, sadly, unfortunately. I'm not looking forward to that day, but It was time for Xbox 360 to come to an end in all forms. It'll live on in our memories now if you got the games, if you collected them, if you were careful enough, like Sega Man and Unlimited Production, to build these massive collections, and Hebot to build these massive collections. I got in late in the game. I got to go back in the night and try to get Condemned, Criminal Origins before that vanishes. These games are not going to be around forever, and we got to get them. We got to save them because, yeah, they're making the Stranger Things season 5 Xbox All-In, but them niggas is damn near 40 now. You know what I mean? What they gonna be 45 riding a bicycle to the arcade? So, you know what I mean? So, yeah, it's okay. It's okay that Xbox games will go. The Xbox 360 part of it is coming to an end. It was inevitable. I guess it's getting harder for them to fucking. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know what's going on over there, but it was inevitable that this shit was going to come to an end. And I'm going to miss it. Do I think it's an L? I don't really know, because now maybe Xbox will step on the gas and get all of Xbox One games out to us, and games will go. It's a lot of shit that I want that we missed during the Xbox One era. So it is what it is, guys. But you know, I'm sad to see it go. But in the same token, I'm glad a fire was put in my ass about 2 years ago to start getting every Xbox 360 game I saw on sale, because now, like, I can always go back and I have the memories. But that's all, man. All things got to come to an end. Unlimited Production.
Hey, man, that was wonderfully put in a nice, I guess mature is the word I'm looking for, response there. And with that, I'm gonna move on to you, Tuck. Hey, Tuck. So yesterday I got an email from Xbox saying that in October with Games with Gold there'll be no more 360 games given to us free. What are your thoughts on that and the concept of game preservation in general?
Fellas, at this point in time, I really don't care. I mean, it was good that they did it, but it's time to move on. And that's it. That's all I got to say about that.
Hey, nice and simple. Hey, I respect that, Tuck. You know, there are no chickens crawling, no dogs barking. Nice and simple.
No wives with frying pans hitting. Nice and simple.
And Sega Man, you know, I know that you're a collector like me, man. What are your thoughts on this? That in October, no more Xbox 360 games for free with Games with Gold, and with Xbox game preservation in general. It seems like it's kind of wrapping up and all that.
Hey, man. Hey, Tuck, man, you're on fire today. You go ahead, man, with your Mr. Belvedere hat, my nigga. You go ahead, man. Straight to the point. But, man, that's hard to say, man. As a collector of retro games, I've been in that game for years, man. Years I've been doing that. You know what I mean? From Sega Genesis. I have Sega Genesis games before some motherfuckers were even born. You know what I mean? So I see it kind of coming to it. I know it's got to come, like everything does have to come to an end. Like I went on the store yesterday and I bought, because they have a backwards compat sell, and I think that's why they're doing it too. They have that backwards compat sell probably because of that, also with it coming to an end. So you could also buy some of those games. Like I bought a Silent Hill game that was on there.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the name of it. It's a dude and a little boy standing together like in a picture frame, but I can't remember. It's the one I don't have, which was regularly $25 or $30, and I think it was like $6 or $8 or something like that. And I bought another one. I think it was Frogger too. But I think I'm gonna go back, and most of them I own them. It says I own them all, most of them. But I might go back and see if there's anything else I can cop from there. But like I said, this is the reason why. Straight up, this is the reason why if you're a collector, you're always going to have that, because if a lot of people say, yeah, man, I'm going to move on to the Xbox One. So I'm going to get rid of my 360. I'm going to get rid of it because it's going to help me get my Xbox One. I understand that. But as a collector, man, in my opinion, you have to keep those systems, because one day things do come to an end.
Yeah, I agree.
Because if you don't keep that 360 or you don't keep that OG Xbox, some of those games or most of those games you will not be able to play moving forward. Some of that stuff, like you said, Project Gotham Racing, I own them all.
Hey, Sega man, not to cut you. Sega made a driving game called Outrun. Lost Forever. It was on my Xbox 360, but because of fucking Ferrari wanted the fucking license, they couldn't bring it to the Xbox One. Lost Forever, unless you want a 360.
That's right, and I believe my brother is going to talk soon. I believe he does have that one. I don't. The one I have, Outrun, I have the original one on OG Xbox. I have that one that was on the OG Xbox. I do own that one. I think it's called Coast to Coast. I think that's the one that I have on there. And I got one for the PlayStation 2 at a flea market for $2. I think it's another one that was on there, the Outrun game. That's why if you're a collector, it's good to preserve those games, because most of the time, a lot of those games, yes, they did do their best to pump out the rest of the Xbox 360 games that they could because of licensing, because of music, different things like that. That shit is hard. People don't understand that. People want to be paid over again, like with Crazy Taxi. If you play that, you can't play that anymore with it. You seen McDonald's or Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Oh my God. We have Crazy Taxi, but they took out all the licenses. They took out the Kentucky Fried Chicken. They took out the music from The Offspring. So it just sounds weird. We almost lost Scott Pilgrim versus the World, but for some reason they decided to bring it back. So I mean, you're just losing these games, Singer man.
And it's a shame. It's kind of a shame because, like you said, E-Rock, a lot of us were the darling of the Xbox 360 when it was king, because it had a lot of really awesome library of games. That was a very unique system that will go down in gaming history, is the 360. You know what I mean? So that's why I preserve a lot of those games that's on the Xbox 360, because like I said, and I always thought in my mind, yes, Xbox is bringing us a lot of back and pack games that blew us away, like OG original Xbox games. That blew people away when they found out that was coming out. You could play that shit. That fucking blew people away. So a lot of that stuff, man, I preserved a lot of that stuff. Ones that didn't make it, ones that did make it, I have them. So yeah, I'm sad that it's kind of coming to an end. I thought maybe one day they might be able to try to get a few more, just a couple more, in-house 360 games on there. But now that we see that Unlimited has gotten the email, I've heard about it coming to an end. That's why, I preserve these older systems, because if I can't play them anymore, like on the Series S or X, and I feel nostalgia someday, I'll pop in something in the 360. I still do that today. I still turn that on and play the 360. I still actually play it today. The games I can't play on the Xbox Series X, I still can play on my 360. That's why I keep most of my systems, because a lot of those games they're not going to see the light of day. You know what I mean? Like some Sega Saturn and Dreamcast games. Some of those games, guys, they're never going to see the light of day on these newer systems. So that's why I keep those games, and it takes me back, man. I love firing it up once in a while and playing it, man. The
clock is now ticking. If y'all listen to this podcast, the clock is now ticking for y'all. It's shit out there I didn't even know was for free, like Doritos Crash Course. Laugh if you will. That game is fun. This shit was free.
Yeah, it's a fun game.
There's shit out there for $2, like the first Templar that came out on the 360 about these knights of ancient time. Look, you got nothing. You can't lose the Gunstar Heroes and Guardian Heroes was $2 I said, yo, I'm getting this shit.
You know how much that game is, E-Rock? Do you know how much that Gunstar Heroes game is on set? It came out originally. No, Sega Saturn. That game is like $2 or $300. It's up there. Ask Hebot. That game is very, very expensive if you want to buy it for the Sega Saturn. Just like Radiant Silver Gun. That's a game that's a great shoot 'em up. That you can buy now on your Series S or X, and it was a backwards compat game. It was free, actually. It was free 1 month where you can get that free. That game is highly expensive. It's like $400. That game, if you want to buy that, or even more on the Sega Saturn. If you look at shit up, you'll see it's one of the most expensive shoot 'em up games that's on the Sega Saturn. I couldn't buy it. I'm not paying $600, $700 or $800 or $500 for a fucking video game.
Yikes.
One video game. So that's why I got it on 360. You know what I mean? It's just like all those Neo Geo games you see. I told you about, E-Rock, and then I'll land my plane.
Man, they had Neo Geo. Xbox had Neo Geo shit that I ain't even heard of, like fucking 3-count bout.
Yeah,
like what?
Those
Like
games,
what?
Yeah, those games, E-Rock, on the original Neo Geo, they're so fucking expensive right now. It's unreal. Some of them are $500. Some of them are $600, and it's the original board, the tape for the Neo Geo. I think I can't remember the name of the system. Hebot would probably know it. The original Neo Geo is still $2,000.
Damn.
You can't get a Neo Geo
That's what it was
lower
called.
than that.
The Neo Geo, the SNK Neo Geo. That's what it was called.
Yeah, you can't find that anywhere for a cheaper price. It's not going to be less than $1,000. It's always higher, and the games are even higher. It depends on the games that you get. They're very expensive, $500, $600 a game. You know what I mean? And you can get the AEC games on the the Xbox. I think they're emulators. You can get them on it for $799 versus $500 to $600.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them. It's a whole. It's so many of them I can't even get them, and they $7. They basically got everything almost that ever came out for Neo Geo that was big. Like it's ridiculous.
Yeah, and Hebot is actually I gotta commend Hebot. He's actually one that told me about that. He said, "Yo, Sega man, I'm trying to get Phil to put the one fighting game on there. What was it called?" He said, and I think when he said that, I think that was the last one that came out. I think it's Bio something. I can't remember. It was a fighting game. He's like, yeah, I'm trying to see if they're going to put that out on there. And they put it out, and that was like the last game they put on there. They stopped, and then they kept going on other systems. Like there's more on other systems. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they kept releasing on the Switch and fucking PS4.
Yeah, and they stopped on the Xbox.
Yeah.
And I bought most of them. Yeah.
Bastards.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate common problem with Xbox. So, hey, but excellent. Hey, Sega man, that was excellent, man.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, absolutely excellent. And then to wrap up this topic, I'm gonna move on to Heap. Now I know Heap made a video on this and already talked about it, but for those who didn't hear, I'd like to hear your views on this, Heapbot. So I got an email yesterday. I'm sure you saw it too, about how in October there'll be no more 360 games coming to Xbox Live. And I want to get your thoughts on that and the concept of Xbox game preservation in general.
Well, here's the problem. Microsoft did one of the greatest things that no one else did and accomplished before, right? And we were so privileged to get it. And then something real funny happened because Microsoft achieved it. Now, all of a sudden, it wasn't important. Now, remasters are important. You understand?
Yeah.
Because Microsoft figured out a way where you can go back and get your games that you already own from every generation, play them natively on your console, right?
Mm-hmm.
And not only you can play them natively, you're able to play them, with enhancements for free.
Better than they were before.
Better than they were before.
Yes.
Thank you, E-Rock.
Yes, they look like.
And what happened when the industry saw that? They're like, wait, hold on, what the fuck? Now they're like, okay, so these motherfuckers don't give a shit out for free, but yet we can go make a remaster of Crash Bandicoot And so like by the boatloads, which let's keep it real though. After that Crash sold, the other ones they made really didn't sell as well as they thought they would, right? Because
Mhm.
nostalgia, right, is a powerful thing, especially when you have something that you haven't had for a long time and comes out, oh, it's great, and then all of a sudden, now that it's everywhere else, oh, it's not that great, right? And also let's not forget, because when it was only supposed to be on PlayStation, it was beautiful, right? But the minute that it was available on Xbox, oh well, it's not that important. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it really got me upset in the sense that, not that I'm angry or mad, in the sense that it's a shame because Microsoft put up and said that they were having a lot of legal feuds with publishers and developers, right? Because of back compat, it's a lot of work, a lot of paperwork, gotta go to court and all this other bullshit for each individual game, right? And the reason why it's coming to an end, like E-Rock said, I mean, everything comes to an end, but the thing is that those games we own. So there's no reason for them to come to an end because we own them. But the problem is the backwards compatibility catalog is, they pretty much is giving almost every game that they're giving out that was back compat, basically free. So in order for them to continue to do that, it's going to be hard because now they're going to have to go back and re-give out the same stuff. Now, what I don't know is,
I'm not against that.
right, I'm not against it either. People didn't get it the first time and stuff like that. But it would be nice that, especially now that they acquired Bethesda and they're almost finalizing the Activision acquisition, there are a lot of those games that were published by those companies, right? Microsoft can somehow figure out how to trickle them down and continue backwards compatibility long term. Like all those, Marvel games, from Activision that they have published, from Spider-Man, the ones that Sega did, like Thor, Iron Man 1 and 2, like the Captain America, you know what I mean? Green Lantern. There's so many titles still that need to be, discovered. E-Rock never played the Gears of War inspired Star Trek game that came out last generation, right? That's not back compat, obviously, because of licensing. Inversion, Never Dead, Knight's Contract, okay? Remember Me.
Damn, yeah, I know. Remember Me? That game looked awesome. Never
Yeah,
played
that
it.
was a great game.
And
Bad timing.
that's basically Capcom, so I don't know why Capcom wouldn't allow it back compat. Some of those things just don't make sense to me. That's why I'm like, it kind of sucks, but it's not a clear thing, right?
Mhm.
But what I would say to Microsoft, right, which I think I touched on my video, is they need to figure out a way where they could just make it where you can have the game read natively on the disc with either with the lens or let it spin, whatever, without having to get permission from anybody. Just let the game read natively on the consoles. Because that's the way it used to be before. And I guarantee you that Sony's going to use this in their advantage, because when that was announced yesterday, if you guys noticed, well, I don't know if you noticed, Unlimited, real quick, there was a little article talking about that Sony's hiring developers or guys that worked on PS1, PS2, and PS3 to create native emulation through the console, which means the disc, right? So it could read on the PlayStation 5 or the PS4. Because they don't spin the disc, because they install to have better performance, better loading, and so that it doesn't scratch the disc. But they still supposed to be able to spin. I don't know if there's a motor installed in the one from the Series X, but that was the reasoning why they did installs instead of reading it, by spinning. That's why in the 360 you had the choice that you can install it when they added that on later on, or let it read regularly while the game disc spin, right? And I think that's a way that they can do that, get through that loophole where the developers and publishers of older games that giving them a hard time, giving them the middle finger, right? Especially that they have so many games published by Bethesda and by Activision with licensings and stuff. That way they can't, what you call it, they can't fuck with them by doing it natively reading to the console. That's what I think they should do. What I feel wholeheartedly they should do. So that way, all those games that people still own, they can still play and preserve them. Because a lot of those games, the other problem is, E-Rock, like you were talking about, how you've been buying them when you see them cheap. They're not available to buy because they're not back compat. Like you were looking for that Mortal Kombat. Remember when it first came out and you couldn't find it?
Yeah.
It wasn't there. The 50 cents game, it wasn't there, right? And that's a problem. Because if you own the disc, at least you can go out and get it physical. You can buy it and find it. That's why I tell people buy all the games you can find now at dirt cheap. Because look what happened on 50 Cent. When that shit went back compat, since it wasn't in the store, that shit went up to like $120 physical.
Yeah.
And you know what and the reason why backwards compatibility was so important was because like there's games that either people remember from their youth, their early 20s, or in my case, my early 30s, or games they never played before. Like Gladius. Whoever expected Gladius from 2003 by LucasArts to come to backwards compatibility? That's a good fucking turn-based gladiatorial game. I'll never get unless I buy a 360 now. I'll never get to play this game that came out that I missed because you cannot buy every game. I don't care who tells you that lie. You don't have that kind of money or that time. I missed this game called Venetica about this girl who was a warrior who's like the daughter of death, but Unlimited Production has Venetica. Yes. Like I've been waiting forever for that game to come into backwards compatibility. Yes. Now,
why did I mention what I just mentioned, E-Rock? You never played the Star Trek Gears of War inspired game, and it's an amazing game. You can't even go buy the disc because you don't have a 360. You would have to hunt down a 360. Not to say that they're hard to find, but eventually all those 360s in the wild are not going to start. They're not going to work anymore.
Yeah, the game the game you're talking about is based on the J.J. Abrams Star Trek.
Absolutely,
I missed that. Yeah.
Yes, and that's the other reason why it's important, because if you get those games and you can preserve them by making them back compat, people that never discovered them or never got a chance to buy them or own them or play them can have that opportunity.
Oh, damn.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the biggest reason. I'm sorry, Sega Man. The biggest reason why what you just said is also important, because you need a lot of people and a lot of games were not discovered. And by shutting this down, now it just makes the limit even worse. It's just going to be higher than that to things like the 360. Now the game prices are going to hike up even higher. And for a person like me, obviously, and Sega Man, and even Unlimited, it's not a big deal because we own thousands of physical games. But a person like yourself that you went full digital, if you don't have a choice and you could only get it physical, now you're going to have to pay boatloads of money just so that you can get that one game so that you can play it. You get what I'm saying, E-Rock?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
I guess he always pops.
Yeah,
he always pops back in. But he was right in limit about one thing. That 50 cent. I've had that 50 cent Blood on the Sand. I think it's Blood on the Sand or Blood Diamond. I had that game for a long time. When I worked at GameStop after work, our manager would let us either buy some games, or back then too, we were allowed to take the games home actually, and play them and bring them back like a couple days later. And one of the games I bought at what a good price back then was that 50 cent. I think I only paid $10 for it.
Yeah, that's a hell of a steal.
Right. And now, like he said, when you heard about it coming up, that shit went up to $120 or $30. And people were like, damn, Sega Man, you got that shit? I said, man, I've had this game for years, man.
Yeah.
I had this game for years.
Yeah, I told the story before, but like a week before that 50 Cent game was announced backwards compatible, it was on. I had it on my wish list on eBay for $30, and I was like, nah, I'll get it next time. So I let it expire, and whoever else got that one that bid got it for $30. A week later, it gets announced. Now it's $120 on eBay, and I was able to find it for 60 available, or eventually. I mean. And I was like, and when I saw it at that price, I was like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna get it at 60."
Yeah,
because there's no way in hell I'm paying $120 for that game.
Which game, Unlimited? Which one? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
50.
50 Cent Blood in the Sand.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure. I don't blame you. I was lucky. We were lucky enough that we had like 2 copies of the game, and then one of them ended up getting messed up because remember I told you, let me see if it works and see if I'll sell it to you or I just send it to you, whatever. Remember I was telling you, but that shit was like, you're right, 130. I don't blame you if you don't want to buy that shit. Shit, that shit is expensive, and that's why I feel bad for, like I was saying before, and I didn't mean to cut you off, but just because the thought was there in my head before I forget, that person like E-Rock, if he want to go back now and try to get these games, he gonna have to get force himself to get a 360, force himself to get them physical, and they're gonna fucking be expensive. They're gonna be fucking retarded expensive because a lot of those games, once the 360 generation was finishing, I bought a lot of like doubles to have in case one got messed up when they were like $1, $2 in the fucking bargain bin because of the fact that the 360 was liquidated. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I bought an extra copy of Splatterhouse. I bought an extra copy of Binary Domain. You know what I'm saying? I bought an extra physical copy of Azura's Wrath, of Condemned. You know, we bought a bunch of Remember Me. You know, games that were highly regarded. So because in case they got ruined, we had an extra to back us up. You know, that's why we did that. But we bought them like at a nickel at a dime. You know, but now I feel bad. That's why I said that. That's also sad that this shit happened and that they have to go this route. And I really hope Microsoft continues to figure out a way to continue it or do what I say and go through that loophole and just make it natively reading through the console. Even if it don't have enhancements, fuck it. Don't have to have the 4K enhancements, just fuck it. Leave that for the newer games. Just that you can put the disc and play it in its natural form. Punisher on the fucking OG works on 360, but doesn't work on the Xbox One. You know what I'm saying? That shit sucks. It's terrible. That's why I said that was their best secret weapon that I feel they're missing. Like they're biting the bullet on this one. Like I think it's a mistake, and I think they really should reconsider it. Because they've done so many things that they go, like they had with the Snap feature, the Connect, Mixer, so many great things that nobody acknowledged until after the fact when we didn't have it anymore, right? When we knew it was good and we told them it was great, and now we don't have it, but then Sony tried to do their own version, and people trying to give Sony the fucking credit, or even Nintendo and shit. And that's the bullshit that we need to try to like speak on, so that maybe they'll hear us, because Microsoft does listen, and they'll probably continue to try to figure out a way. We're not doing it to talk shit. We're doing it constructively because we love Xbox and what they've done for the backwards compatibility system, and program and how they approached it. They did it better than anyone else, but because it wasn't Sony, not all of a sudden, nobody cares about their own disc that they already own. Yeah, we want to pay $80 for Bloodborne, Demon Souls remaster. You know what I'm trying to say? Which is a bunch of malarkey and bullshit. We just know it's because it fits the narrative on the Sony side. If it wasn't for that, there was no way in hell that people wouldn't be chirping, because if Sony would have done this first, the way that Microsoft did it with the enhancements and all that shit, I guarantee you that everybody would have sucked the balls out of it. And everybody, this is the greatest thing ever. Not to say that nobody talked about it with Xbox, but you guys know what I'm trying to say. Like, it would have been pushed in a lot more positive way, and people would not have been worrying about so much about let's get remasters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's how I feel about it. I think it sucks. I mean, we just need to be vocal, make videos, speak on it, and maybe they'll listen. Maybe they'll figure out, or maybe they'll try to figure out a way.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Unlimited.
Yeah.
Real quick to Heba. What I never understood is how how we got all the back compat old Gears of War games, right? We got all those. Those were in-house. Microsoft owned them and everything. But what I never
Yes.
understood is one thing I never understood from the OG Forza Horizon 1 that was on OG Xbox, and then the Forza Horizons or the Forza Motorsports. I meant the Forza Motorsports games that were on OG Xbox.
I got an answer for you.
Why didn't we never get those back compat?
I'll tell you why.
Music licensing.
Yes, you hit it right on the nail, E-Rock. The licensing for the cars. If Microsoft is going to pay for the licensing, why would they pay for it for the older games if they're going to get charged the same amount of money if they're going to use it for the new games? That's the problem. Because those games have too many licenses, and these fucking car dealerships are greedy as fuck. They think that they're going to make all this money, or that these shits are selling in the boatloads when they're old ass games, that they're going to try to charge them a fucking arm and a leg just so that you can have the game back compat. So it's not worth it. It doesn't bring the amount of money they're going to spend is not going to bring enough revenue for them or enough profit to even try to do it. That's the reason why. That's the only caveat with the Forza games. That's why I tell everybody, even now, buy the physical copy. Yeah. Because once it's Alpha Game Pass, that's why they took it Alpha Game Pass. That's the only game they take off. They take out all the time. Is because of the licensing. You at least have it on the disc with all the DLCs or whatever when they have those editions, and you can actually play them from the disc. And that's why I tell people buy the Forza games, because you're going to regret it later if you want to go back and play them. Because Forza 4 was gorgeous.
Yeah.
Beautiful game. And that's one of those games that I would have loved to see back compat with the 4K enhancements with the 120 or even 60 frames HDR, because that game was like Halo 4. It looked so good back then that it could have passed off as a launch game for the Xbox One.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And that's one of those games that I really would have wished that, and I played so many hours on it and have so many custom cars on it that I really wish that I could have played it on the new Xbox. And, unfortunately, due to licensing, you can. But hey, E-Rock hit it right in the money. It's the car license.
Yeah, we have Forza Horizon 1 on there, though. That's the only one we have on there.
Right.
Is Forza Horizon 1.
Right. But I'm talking about the motorsports. You can't. Forza Motorsport for the OG is not even back compat for that same reason.
Yeah.
Licensing is a reason for a lot of those games that we didn't get back.
Even with movies. Even with movies unlimited. You could ask E-Rock, there's some movies still trapped in vaults. Why you think Disney does that shit all the time? Because they know they can make fucking money out of it. They fucking lock them away. People can't preserve them. That's why when you own them, you better take care of them, because you might not ever see them again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you guys have an Xbox, before you go, you guys have an Xbox 360. I still have my disc. I just can't play it. I don't have a 360.
Right.
If you can find Project Gotham Racing 4, 2007. That game was so good that it made every other racing game that came out on 360 that year.
Was that by Bizarre Creations?
Bizarre Creations.
Yeah.
Who used to be Psygnosis. Bizarre Creations closed down after they made
this Psygnosis years ago.
They closed down after they made this shit called Blur. They got dissolved because they wanted to be owned by Activision.
Even Blur is a good game, and I don't think it's back compatible.
But it's not Project Gotham Racing 4.
No, for sure.
That shit had motorcycles in it. That shit had fucking crowds of people who look like crowds of people.
You remember?
Hold on, it had an accurate fucking Brooklyn, where you could see the college called CUNY, CUNY. It had a fucking accurate Las Vegas, fucking Quebec City. It looked like Quebec City. Man, this was in motorcycles. Man, nigga, this was in 2007.
Yes.
Rain. This was in 2007.
Yes.
So if you can get this, get it.
Another reason for that with Project Gotham, if you remember clearly when we played PG on the OG, it was because it had the real radio stations. You remember they used to have Hot 97?
Yeah.
And even the girl, what's her name? Oh shit, I can't remember her name.
Who was it? Downtown Julie Brown?
Yeah, one of them. They were the ones that would talk in the radio station while you listen to the music. even back then they were doing shit like that. But that's
Man,
another
that-
reason
that-
probably why they can't use it.
That game was a fucking masterpiece. But music licenses. So I mean, I still own the disc. It's just some shit you would have rather seen come digital. But
Yeah,
it is
come
what
with.
it is,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, absolutely. Sure.
Yeah. All right. And with that, I think we're going to wrap it up there with a fantastic show tonight with the great return of the not the Exile podcast, the
Unlimited Truth.
Yeah, the Unlimited Truth. You know, it was on a small hiatus while life did its thing. But yeah, we're going to wrap it up there. And Tuckmaster, go ahead and give us your final thoughts for tonight. Let them know where they could find you as well.
Uh-oh.
Tuck.
Hey everybody, this is your boy DJ Tuckmaster, 785, the original Pony Killer. I really didn't have that much to say, fellas, but
Okay,
but you
Tuck.
know how I am though. Sometimes I get into it, but sometimes I don't. So
Hey, man, you're always welcome either way.
yeah, but fellas, you know what? This is your boy DJ Tuckmaster, 785, the original Pony Killer. I'm gonna turn around and talk about all y'all fellas. I got something really in store for y'all fellas Friday morning when I get off work. Just listen to the Xbox line, Dan, and it's gonna be something for y'all. Every single one of y'all, which I mean to me, and what y'all have done for me as far as being a better gamer, as far as like being a better person.
Nice.
Even though that we bullshit about Sony PlayStation and all that shit, but in reality, we are family. So and with us, with y'all turn around and get to know each other. When y'all went to New York, and I kind of got jealous. So
Listen,
I wanted to be down there, but,
Listen, I violated E-Rock's toilet. They don't get no more family than that.
No.
But that's all I got to say, fellas, and that's about it. But y'all pay attention on Friday. It'd be around when I get off work, because I work overtime. So it'll be around 10:30 when I do it. So, just get ready for it. So
All right, you heard it first. Check out.
Ultimate, let me ask you, how hot is it down there in Texas?
Oh man, it's pretty much 100 degrees every fucking
Yep.
day. I'm sick of it being hot.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm sick. I'm done with the summertime. I'm ready for a fall, winter.
It just
and to be-
started, right?
Yeah, and
Damn.
to be honest, man, winter in Houston is like fucking spring for y'all. So
Yeah.
shit, man. I'm just sick of it being this hot, man.
So, dude, in Oklahoma, man, it was 104 degrees today.
Yeah, that sounds
With-
about right.
With the heat index, it was like 115.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, God, dog it, man. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like, what time is it now, y'all? What time is it?
It's
It's
8
nasty.
p.m. right now.
What time is it?
It's
Like
8
9
p.m. right now.
a.m. for me, right?
Dude, it's still hot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
It probably still 95 degrees outside.
Hey,
man,
Unlimited.
turn on that
Hey, Unlimited. He had nothing to say all show. Now he would have been the Declaration of Independence.
So, no, but that's about it, though, y'all.
All right,
Brother Tuck is
Oh,
awesome.
don't worry, E-Rock. I'm going to get your ass back, too.
all right, hey, Sega man, it's always wonderful to have you on the show, especially since our schedules don't always align throughout the year. But yeah, man, give us your final thoughts for tonight and your outro. Let them know where they could find you.
Well, guy, I mean, this was a very good segment of the Unlimited Truth, man. Just talking about that stuff because, it's important, man. It's important. If you guys, want to get into collecting, it's not too late. You could probably go out and find certain things at a good price. I mean, like Hebot said, you could probably get a 360 right now for probably about $60 or $70. It depends on where you go. You know what I mean? And and some of those games you actually can still find for a good price, but you better do it now because, like Hebot said, a lot of that stuff is going to skyrocket. It's going to super skyrocket, and some places haven't caught on yet. So you might have a chance to actually grab some of that shit, and collect for it because when it's gone and when it's done, it's done. You're gonna need a 360.
I would urge E-Rock to try to get a 360 now if he can get one, because you could get it dirt cheap still. because believe me, you can still get them for like 70, 80 bucks.
Yeah. It depends on it. Like Hebot said, it depends on where you go to, or if you find somebody selling it on an online thing. Make sure it's legit and everything. One of those like Facebook sells or
Right.
or something like that want to get rid of it. For like I don't know, $50 as long as this shit works. You know what I mean? So, but it was a great show, Unlimited, man. Can't wait to come back and do another show with you, man. You know what I mean? And I gotta let the chat know, my brothers on the panel, guys. I gave up on Miranda's draws, bro. I gave up.
Man.
I mean, Shepard's macking is lacking, bro. I gave up, bro. I can't, man.
Hey, man, I done told you what you need to do, man.
Man, you need to stop wearing your wife's drawers on your head, nigga.
Hey, that was a damn hat, damn it.
I couldn't do it. You got to still drawers
like
on.
I told you.
I can't do
like
it.
I told you. Get some ham hocks, grease them up. Hey, and she be ready for that shit. I done told you. But no, you don't want to listen to me.
I'm done. Hey, E-Rock, Unlimited, man, I'm done. I'm done fucking with Miranda, man. I can't get in them steel draws. I'm done. I'm done. Anyways, you can find me on my channel, man. At Sega Man 101. Sega Man 101 and on the Exile Alpha, man, and on We Got Next with my brother Hebot does that great show again, and also on the Unlimited Truth, man, when we do the podcast again, man. And shouts out to T Reaper. I hope he's all right. I'm going to check up on him. I will do update.
Yeah.
Sure he's okay, guys. I'll let you know. I'm gonna get in touch with him. But just shouts out to our brother T Reaper, man. But it was a great show, Unlimited. Thank you very much.
Oh yeah, my pleasure. And my brother from New Jersey, the guy who's always driving through. He literally drove through state lines this last week. So that's reality now. But Hebot, man, give us your outro. Let them know where they can find you as we wrap.
Yeah, that what you call it, E-Rock? That moonshine service is getting big. I'm expanding. Expanding. No, thank you once again, Unlimited, for having me on here on the Unlimited Truth. One of the most clever titles for a podcast ever, and it's so fitting based on your own presence and your own name and what you do and what we all do, to be honest. Big shout outs to the chat, because these guys, if you look, they give us so much love, so much great comments, giving us so much praises. And without you guys, it's what makes it worth it. Without you guys, it's not worth it, period. And big shout outs to the Xbox All In, because he did mention Tokyo Extreme Racing, which was an awesome racer. Absolutely. It was an awesome racer.
Yep.
And it's always good to rock out with my brothers here talking real gaming, because that's what we do. We talk a lot of gaming when we go and we hit those notes on the real gaming history, real gaming, prowess, how far it's come, what was good, what was not good, and we try to keep it real. I mean, we try to say when we feel Microsoft is maybe doing some wrong decisions, and when they're doing great decisions, because we're not trying to, we're not trying to be fake. We're trying to be as honest and as transparent as possible based on how we feel, because we're real gamers again, and we love we love the hobby, and we love the lifestyle, the culture, and it's always fun when we sit here and can talk about it for an hour or so, an hour and a half, 2 hours, and it makes it all worth it, to do it, and it's always great to be here, So thanks again for having us on, having me on Unlimited, and backing us up when we can't do stuff,
Yeah, exactly. And last but not least, man, my big brother E-Rock. By the way, he's the one who named this show, and I will always give him credit for it, for how clever that title was. But man, E-Rock, give us your final thoughts and let them know where they could find you.
Hey, you can always find me on the E-Rock X channel. I'm a little upset that we didn't get to another subject that Unlimited was passionate about, how today's gamers just really seem to not enjoy gaming. And I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
it's sad because I'm enjoying the hell out of gaming. And I'm
Yeah.
enjoying the hell out of it this fall too. If you're not enjoying it, I don't know what to say, man. You need to find another hobby. But you can check me out on my channel. But more importantly than that, man, go to the Xbox store. Xbox's deals with gold and get you some of those classic Xbox 360 games because once they're gone, they're gone. And that's
Mhm.
it. Bye-bye.
Yep.
Mhm.
That's it.
And
Yep.
hey, Dirk, thank you, man, for the $10, and thank you for joining and supporting, for always supporting, man. And I always check out your channel too, man. And we should definitely hook up sometimes. But everybody, enjoy the rest of your week. Keep it gaming, keep it positive. Like Erock said, gaming is still wonderful. There's still a lot to look forward to for the rest of the year. You all enjoy, and we are out.
Xbox
right.
One.